Hello everyone and welcome back to the Denver Broncos franchise. In the last episode, we beat the Dallas Cowboys narrowly 37-35 after choking away a 24-7 lead at halftime. I wasn't overly impressed with how we played. I think the only reason we won that game is because of a lucky play to end the game with Javonte Williams, as well as Dak not playing particularly well in the first half. So honestly, if the Cowboys were playing up to their normal standards for the whole game, then we probably would have gotten destroyed. But instead, we're 1-0 along with the Chargers and the Raiders in our division, and the Chiefs are 0-1. Today we'll be facing off against the Tennessee Titans, who have started the season 0-1, and they actually lost to the division rival Las Vegas Raiders. And it looks like they are in fact starting Russell Wilson, so this will be a revenge game for him today. They do also have Courtland Sutton. Of course, we made that trade in year number 1, trading away Russell Wilson and Courtland Sutton to free up the cap space that Russell Wilson was taking up. So let's get into the action this week, starting with the weekly strategy. Derrick Henry is still on this Titans team, but he's all the way down to an 84 overall. And we of course have their former backup, Tajay Spears, who has just recently earned superstar development. We're going to focus on defending the short pass. I feel like we play at our best when we do this as our defensive game plan. Offensively, I typically like to just focus on running inside because running the ball has been very difficult for us. If you're curious about the focus players, this is who is in currently. I'm not totally sold on all of these except for Colbert, Benito, and Stewart. After simulating the training, let's see if there are any injuries to speak of. Offensively, we are totally healthy still, and defensively, we do have Jabril Cox with a quad strain, but he is a backup anyway, and that appears to be the only injury. We do have some players to upgrade before we get started, one of those being superstar middle linebacker Drew Sanders. He's turning into quite the player. I do wish he was a little bit faster, but for the most part, he is very, very good, has high play recognition and good coverage stats. I do just want to keep improving him in coverage and in play recognition because he has been the guy primarily covering tight ends, and we have struggled mightily against them. So I'm going to dump this into field general. Hopefully we get a play rec upgrade, and we do, as well as zone coverage, tackling, and pursuit. That is a very good upgrade. Devin Bush has an upgrade. He is still star development, and it is probably getting close to time to look for an upgrade at his position. He's pretty good, don't get me wrong. Like, I'll take a 79 overall star dev left outside linebacker any day of the week, but I do think that there are better players out there. And for him, I think we just need to continue to improve his pass coverage ratings. He gets 1 man coverage, 1 play rec, and 2 zone coverage, another really good upgrade. Marvin Mims has an upgrade. Like I said last episode, I'm sort of hoping for a breakout season from him. He is all around a pretty high quality player. I'd like to get his release and his catching up if we can. We're just gonna dump these points into slot again for him. He's now a true 79 overall. He gets 1 acceleration, 1 awareness, 1 catching, 2 short route running, and 1 spin move. Nick Benito has an upgrade. He is a 75 overall, and we need to get his block shedding up a little bit. We've put a lot of points into speed rusher for him. I think now we start putting some points into run stopper with the hope of getting higher block shedding. So he does not get any block shedding on this occasion, which is a little unfortunate, but he is up to a 76 overall. Jerry Perry, the speedster, has an upgrade. A lot of things he needs to improve on. Primarily, I would say route running and catching. The 1 attempt he had in the last game was a drop. Let's put points into slot for him, as we do need to get his catching up, and he gets +1 catching and +1 short route running. Quincy Walls, the star development undrafted free agent corner. For our corners, we pretty much always just go into man-to-man, and he gets +3 awareness, +1 man coverage, and +1 speed. That is a good upgrade, up to 93 speed for him. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get into this regular season game against the Titans. Russell Wilson's revenge game after getting traded away. In Power Field at Mile High, the first home game of the regular season here in Denver, facing off against Derrick Henry and the Titans. Not the running back he used to be, down to an 84 overall, but still a capable one nonetheless. And we'll see if Dennis Colbert can continue the high level of play he showed against Dallas. So the Tennessee Titans, led out by Russell Wilson, will start with the ball today. Let's take a look at how he did in the first game against the Raiders. 295 yards, no touchdowns, and a pick. Not exactly his best performance. So we'll see what the Titans can do to start the day. The first play of the game is going to be a handoff to Derrick Henry. Breaks the Drew Sanders tackle brought down by Dante Wake, and it'll be a short pickup for the Titans. Looks like Derrick Henry did have a fantastic performance. against the Raiders. Ran for 2 touchdowns and over 100 yards on the day. See the first throw from Russell Wilson, lobbing one down the field. That's Nick Melton. Dante Wake can't catch up to him, and that's going to be a touchdown on the second play of the drive for the Tennessee Titans. Rookie wide receiver Nick Melton absolutely dusting the second-round rookie Dante Wake, who's been playing slot corner for us to start the season and getting absolutely torched here. The Titans taking a very early lead. So Dennis Colbert and the Denver Broncos offense take over for the first time today, down 7-0 with not even a minute gone in the game. 1st and 10 from the 20. It'll be a handoff. Javonte Williams to the left side has a good carry to start the day. That is a pickup of 8. So make it 2nd and 2 from the 28. Colbert to throw again, looking for Zay Jones, lobs it in there, and Zay Jones gets to around midfield down at the 49. 1st and 10. Zay Jones only had a couple catches in the last game, looking to hopefully get him a little more involved today, but on this occasion it's going to be Rashad Winters who breaks the first tackle attempt and has a pickup of 8. He had 2 touchdowns last week. So here comes Spears, the former Titan. On 2nd and 2 from the 44, we'll go to him for the first time today. A good block downfield from the center, Blaine Wynn. Sees Spears get a first down. Well, we haven't worked as quickly as the Titans did on offense, but it's been slow and methodical. And this time it's Marvin Mims on the reception. Gets to the 21, nearing the red zone are the Broncos. Dennis Colbert playing really good football to start the season. And on this occasion, going to try to lob it into Chester Truman, and he does! A touchdown for the Broncos. What a throw by Dennis Colbert, getting it into his main man. That's Chester Truman's first touchdown on the season. What an absolute lob over the linebacker from Colbert, right in front of the safeties. I mean, exactly where that had to be placed. This PAT will make it a tie football game. That kick is up, that kick is good, and it is 7-7 with 7 minutes left here in the first quarter. So the Titans back on the field. Only took them 2 plays to score last time. See if the Broncos defense can do a little bit better this time, as Derrick Henry on the carry, met by Justin Reed and then helped out by Zach Allen. That's a pickup of 4. So make it 2nd down and 6 from the 29. It's going back to Henry. Good running room to the right side. Are they going to score in 2 plays again? Not quite. Cameron Bynum saves a touchdown, but Derrick Henry to the 41 in Denver territory. The Titans killing us on the ground to start today's game. 1st and 10 from the 41. Henry's still in the game, and it's going to be a throw to him this time. PS2 can't bring him down, and neither can Bynum. And there's Justin Reed and Devin Bush to clean it up, and now Derrick Henry will exit with an injury. The backup running back for the Tennessee Titans is former Bronco Tyler Beatty, who sort of was a standout in year number 1, gets a carry here, gets no gain. A shocking number of former Broncos on this Titans team. You got Russell Wilson, Cortland Sutton, and Tyler Beatty. Handoff Beatty again. Right side goes nowhere. In fact, loses a yard. That's Zach Allen on the tackle. So it is 3rd and 11. Can this Denver defense hold the Titans to a field goal attempt? Lobbing it towards the end zone. Swatted away. Tyreek Stevenson. Good coverage there. It looked like Sutton had a step, but Stevenson able to get a hand up. It'll be 4th down, and the Titans will settle for that field goal. 10-7 is your score. Titans retake the lead with that field goal. 4.5 minutes left here in the first quarter. And the first play of this drive is a handoff. Javonte Williams hits a juke move and gets a pickup of 4, and now Javonte Williams will exit with an injury. So the 2 starting running backs out of the game now. It didn't look like either of their injuries were too serious, as they were just on the sideline and not headed to the locker room. 2nd and 6 from the 29. Truman in motion. It's going to be a jet sweep. It goes nowhere. And now Chester Truman will leave with an injury. So our 2 best players offensively now on the sideline here on 3rd and 10. Dennis Colbert will look to throw, looking for Zay Jones, and he can't hold on through the hit. 4th and 10. That'll be a 3 and out for the Broncos. So both injuries for the Broncos, Chester Truman and Javonte Williams, are not very serious. They will return, but a little concerning nonetheless. 1st and 10 for the Titans. Russell Wilson on the run to the right, is looking to take off to run probably, and Baron Browning saves a first down with that tackle. It'll be 2nd and 1. Beatty still in the game, but it looks like Henry will likely return at some point. On 2nd down and 1, Wilson throws, has his man, but it's knocked out. That was Traylon Burks, PS2 in coverage. 3rd and 1, that is 3rd string running back Jonathan Weldon in the backfield, and they go to him, and he's going to have the first down. Brought down by Dante Wake at the 46. So make it 2nd and 9 from the 47. Russ pitches it to Beatty. Has good blocking this time. Justin Reed can't bring him down, but Drew Sanders does. It's going to be 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3 from the 47. Handoff Beatty. Left side stopped. That's Patrick Surtain. It is 4th and inches from the 45. We'll see what they decide to do here. They do opt to punt it away. Denver taking over from their own 22. Javonte Williams already back, but Chester Truman is not. 1st and 10 from the 22. Williams goes nowhere. A loss of 2. On 2nd and 12 from the 20. Colbert back to pass, looking for Jerry Perry, who doesn't drop it this time, so that will be his first career catch, and it will be 3rd and 6. 3rd down, 6 to go from the 26. Likely the last play of the first quarter. Lobbing one up. Javonte Williams can't make the grab. Another 3 and out for the Broncos. And when the second quarter begins, we'll have to punt it away. So 1st and 10 for the Titans. They're taking back over, a little back and forth here after the first couple drives resulted in touchdowns for each team. And Beatty on the carry will pick up 2. 2nd and 8, Wilson under center from the 32. It's a fake to Beatty, and chucking it down to the tight end results in not a lot of yards. It'll be 3rd down. Can the Denver defense force a 3 and out? 3rd and 6 from the 34. Wilson, time to throw, finds his man, and holding on is Traylon Burks. 1st and 10 Titans. From the 48, 9 minutes left to play. That's going to be a false start, and they'll back it up. I stand corrected. It was encroachment on us, so they'll move it forward. It's 1st and 5 from the 47. How about that? You don't see encroachment a lot in Madden. And this is going to be a handoff. Derrick Henry back in the game, and immediately a much better run. 4 rushes for 50 yards for Henry, where I think it was 6 for 11 for Beatty. It's an entirely different team when Derrick Henry is on the field, even though he has regressed pretty significantly. On 1st and 10 from the 35, they go back to him again, and he goes down via Cameron Bynum at the 31. Make it 2nd and 7, 8 minutes left here in the second quarter. This time I believe that is truly a false start, and it is. 2nd and 12 from the 36 after the penalty backs him up. An audible from Russell Wilson, and a fake snap, and then immediately one to follow, and this is a throw to their tight end. I believe that is Gerald Everett. It is. 1st and 10 in the red zone for the Titans. We have been struggling to stop this Titans offense, especially when Derrick Henry is on the field. 1st and 10, Henry again. Devin Bush is there, so is Drew Tranquil. It'll be 2nd and 9. Slow and steady wins the race for the Titans here on this drive. From the 14, Russell Wilson under center, takes the snap, looks to throw, has time, has a man open, but it's punched out by Tyreek Stevenson. A good way to make up on the bad coverage. 3rd and 9 would be a pretty big stop here for Denver, as it would maintain the 1-possession lead. Wilson dumps it off. Henry, great tackle from Drew Sanders. 4th and 8. And the Titans will have to settle for another field goal. 6 minutes left to play here in the second quarter. 13-7 is your score. The Titans up. Denver really struggling to find their footing offensively. Chester Truman is back in the game, though, but on this occasion, it's going to be a carry for Tajay Spears. The former Titan gets a first down, and that will be to the 37. Spears been generally running better than Williams to start the season. We'll see if that maintains true, as he cannot break this tackle, but does have a pickup of 5. 2nd and 5, 5 minutes left to play. Williams in the game. It is a carry for him, and met immediately. It seems like the blocking just does not work out for Javonte Williams. 3rd and 4. From the 43, 3rd down again for Dennis Colbert and the Denver Broncos. Try to hit Rashad Winters, and he makes the grab. Looks like he pulled it out of Farley's hands almost, but it's a 1st and 10 either way. On 2nd and 10 from the 44 will be a carry for Javonte Williams. Cuts it back to the middle, and that was a great decision. Gets to the 33, and that's good enough for a 1st and 10. From the 33, it is 1st down. Dennis Colbert back to pass. Has Marvin Mims, wants him in the end zone. probably should have been intercepted. So now it's 2nd and 10 Denver. And looking to throw again, looking for Winters again, and another one that should have been intercepted probably. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10 from the 33. Colbert back to pass. Looking downfield for Winters. Nearly caught it off the tip. Not the best throw from Colbert. And it'll be 4th and 10. We'll attempt a 50-yard field goal with Tanner Brown. The wind coming towards us. That kick is up, and it is very good. It'll be 13-10 when the Titans take back over. 1st and 10 from the 25. I will mention that Jerry Perry just exited the game after getting injured on that kickoff return. As Wilson scrambles to his left, nowhere to go. It's Khalil Mack, and I believe Baron Browning was involved as well. A sack for Denver. That makes it 2nd and 18 for Russell Wilson and the Titans. See what he can do. Throws quickly, has his man. Going to the ground is Cortland Sutton. It's the first time we've seen him today. It'll be 3rd and 11. From the 24, 3rd down and 11 to go. And they are going to hand it off to Derrick Henry here. Nowhere to go. Tyreek Stevenson cleans it up. We'll call a timeout. There's still 1:55 left, and they'll have to punt it away. 1st and 10 from the 35. Denver and Dennis Colbert take over. Looking downfield for Chester. Truman makes the grab, but has it punched out. It'll be 2nd and 10. Nobody can seem to hold on through the contact today. So now it is 2nd and 10. Colbert back to pass again. Has Rashad Winters to the left side. Breaks a tackle. I'm not sure if he got out of bounds, but the clock appears to have stopped. 1:36 left. Clock is stopped. Chester Truman notably not in the game. And with Jerry Perry injured, you see undrafted free agent Marcus Dickens on the far right side of your screen. Colbert will look to throw. Rolling to his right. Has decent speed and is going to take off to run. And gets kind of blocked from the sideline by Zay Jones, but it's a 1st and 10 for Denver anyway. Definitely not quite as good of a performance from Colbert today compared to his play versus the Cowboys. But I'm not expecting him to be insane all the time, and that time inaccurate again in the direction of Zay Jones. He did have a lot of pressure coming from his left. So make it 3rd and 10. Colbert back to pass. Has a man underneath. It's Rashad Winters, and that's good for a 1st down. We'll let the clock continue to tick. Again, Chester Truman not in the game. Wonder if that injury is lingering. We'll look to throw again. It's Zay Jones, and he found the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos. The 2nd passing touchdown on the day for Dennis Colbert, and this time it's Zay Jones finding pay dirt, and Denver going to take a 16-13 lead, 17-13 hopefully, pending the PAT, and hoping to take that into halftime. Manage to kill as much clock as possible. The Titans will only have about 20 seconds. 25 seconds starting from the 25 with all 3 of their timeouts. It is a decent chunk of time if you can get some chunk plays, as Wilson will throw this left side and Sutton does stay in bounds. So they did have to burn that timeout. It'll be 2nd and 4 from the 31. Wilson out of the shotgun, fires, finds his man. I think that was Traylon Burks. I couldn't see the number. 1st and 10. They burn another timeout. Only 18 seconds left now with 1 timeout, and you're not even to midfield yet. As Wilson back to pass, running out of time. It's his former teammate. It's Baron Browning. It's 2nd and 22, and it looks like the Titans will just let it go to the half. Heading into the half, it is 17-13 Denver. Not the prettiest of first halves, especially offensively, I would say. The defense has shown some flashes, but also has struggled again from time to time. But we'll see if we can improve on that in the second half. For now, let's take a look around the league at the halftime report. The Chargers playing the Commanders and up 31-0. Justin Herbert having himself a day, and it's not even halftime. The Steelers visiting Cleveland. They've finished that game off 38-17 as the final. Kenny Pickett's still the starter in Pittsburgh. And finally, the Cowboys visiting the Chiefs. Of course, we just barely beat the Cowboys, and now the Chiefs are up by a touchdown in the second quarter. So Denver starts with the ball here in the second half as Javonte Williams is in the backfield, and it will be a run for him, and he does not get very far. A pickup of 3. 2nd and 7 from the 28 as Colbert will look to throw, fires for Zay Jones, makes the grab, breaks a tackle, goes down to the 34, just 1 yard shy of the first. Zay Jones been very involved today after having very little involvement a week ago. On 3rd and 1, we'll hand off Javonte Williams, and he barely and I mean barely, got the first. Spears in the game now on 1st and 10 from the 35, and it's a carry for him, and he can't get anywhere either. The Titans' rush defense has been something else today. 2nd and 10 from the 35, empty for Colbert. Fires underneath, finds Marvin Mims, and that'll be a pickup of 7, making it a 3rd and 3. 3rd down from the 42, Colbert to throw. Tries to find Chester Truman, and it's punched out. We'll have to punt this away. An injured Titan on that last play. So the Titans able to get a stop. They take over 17-13. Currently your score down by 4. 1st and 10 from the 20 after the touchback on the punt as Wilson dumps it off. Finds one of his tight ends. It was either Okonkwo or Everett. He gets 2nd and 9 after the 1-yard pickup. Barely a yard, really. It was more like half a yard. Wilson to throw again, under pressure, off his back foot, finds Traylon Burks. That was Tyreek Stevenson in coverage, getting beat once again. Stevenson has struggled mightily against tight end 2s last season and this season. At a certain point, when do you fully bench him? As Devin Bush can't make the tackle, but slows Henry up enough for Cameron Bynum to be able to. A loss of 5. 2nd and 15 from the 47. It's Henry again, and he found a lane, and he might be gone. To the 20, to the 10, nobody's going to catch him. Touchdown, Titans. It looked like everything was clogged. Call Derrick Henry a plumber, and to the end zone he goes. The Titans will retake the lead. Derrick Henry might be getting a little slower with age, but not slow enough. 20-17, Denver takes back over. Really struggling on the ground today, which was the case last week as well. Chester Truman can't catch up to the throw from Dennis Colbert. He was wide open. It's 2nd and 10 from the 25 as Colbert back to pass again. Tries to launch one again down the field for Truman. I think he was hit as he threw. It's going to be 3rd and 10. Not a great day so far for Dennis Colbert. Really struggling, especially here to start the second half. On 3rd and 10, going to look for Chester Truman. Maybe should have been picked. It was knocked away, and now the center, Blaine Wynn, is injured, and we're going to have to punt it away once again. Blaine Wynn has torn his labrum and will not be able to return for possibly quite some time. That is a big downgrade at center for us, but let's worry about the defense for now, I guess. 1st and 10 from the 23 for the Titans. Derrick Henry on the carry, his X factor enabled, brought down after a pickup of 5. He has 108 yards and a touchdown today. I knew our rush defense was bad, but I didn't know it was this bad. On 2nd and 5 from the 29, Derrick Henry, right side, breaks the Cameron Bynum tackle, but not the Justin Reed one. It'll be 3rd and 3. From the 30, it is 3rd down. This would be a huge stop for the Broncos. Wilson to throw down the field. It's intercepted by Tyreek Stevenson. Wilson just lobbed up a prayer, and Stevenson was all over Traylon Burks. 1st and 10, the Broncos will take over from the 47. The offense really playing poorly today, especially here in the second half. 1st and 10 from the 47. It's a handoff, Javonte Williams, and a blitz sees him lose 2 yards. 2nd and 12 from the 49. Zay Jones open, left open really, and he's got a 1st down to the 34. 1st and 10. We'll go back to Javonte Williams. He finds the edge, finally a good run. Only one man to beat. Runs him over, but was slowed up enough that it didn't matter, but goes down at the 15. Finally a good run for Javonte Williams. From the 15, it is 1st and 10. Colbert will look to throw. Free blitzer, but he gets it off to Chester Truman, and he's got the speed to get to the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos. You just got to get it to Chester Truman, and he's going to make things happen. His 2nd touchdown grab of the day, and Denver will retake the lead in this back and forth game here against the Titans. 2 minutes, 43 seconds left here in the 3rd. Russell Wilson throwing a pick on the last drive has seen his team down by 4 now, as he has one of his targets. I think that's Nick Melton, wide open in the middle. Who was on coverage duty for Nick Melton? A huge gain to the 38 in Denver territory on 1 play. It was Dante Wake in coverage the 2nd time today. He's been burned badly by the rookie wide receiver Nick Melton as Derrick Henry breaks a tackle and then goes down at the 32. 2nd and 4. Dante Wake closing in on losing his slot corner job, that is for sure. From the 32, Wilson throws, has his man. It's dropped by Traylon Burks. Cameron Bynum in coverage. 3rd down and 4 from the 32. Russell Wilson by himself throws quickly, incomplete, in the direction of one of his backup wide receivers. In fact, I think it was his backup running back, Weldon. 4th and 4, they'll have to kick a field goal. So with the Titans failing to score a touchdown, this could be a big drive for the Broncos to try to take a extended lead, really, as this one over the middle finds Zay Jones, but then is punched out at the last second. So it's 2nd and 10. Not sure how Zay Jones couldn't hold on to that one. Colbert to throw again, gets it out quickly, dropped by Zay Jones this time. So now it is 3rd and 10. The Titans sent a lot of heat last time. We'll see if they do it again. Not this time. We'll look downfield looking for Marvin Mims. Bobbled, nearly caught. Another drop from another Denver receiver. And we're going to have to punt it away. The offense just not on the same page. So the Titans will get another opportunity to retake the lead. 1st and 10 from the 28. Wilson will hand off Henry, right side. Drew Sanders is the only one there. Gets spun out. Justin Reed is there now. And finally, Baron Browning gets there as well. But another huge run for Derrick Henry. It is crazy how good he still is, as Weldon is in the game in the backfield now, giving Derrick Henry a play off. 1st and 10 from the 46. Wilson fires quickly, finds Everett, brought down by Tyreek Stevenson at the 49. 4th quarter underway officially. 2nd and 5 from the 49 for the Titans. And it is going to be another handoff to Derrick Henry, and incredible downfield blocking. Always breaks at least one tackle. Gets to the 33, 1st and 10. Triple tight end set here for the Titans, as Wilson will hand it off to Henry, weak side, breaks a tackle, and then goes down. It's a pickup of 4. On 2nd and 6, a man in motion, another handoff to Derrick Henry, and this time gets to the 25, and it'll be 3rd and short. The Titans running non-stop, and it continues to work every single time. Derrick Henry, Drew Sanders is in the backfield, can't bring him down, but slows him down enough for Tyreek Stevenson to make the play. 4th and 2, a great stop from the Denver defense. The Titans will settle for yet another field goal. It's Eddie Pinheiro on to kick. This will take the lead 26-24 if it's good. That is up. It is right down the middle, and 26-24 is your score. This has been an incredibly painful game offensively for the Broncos. Hard to know what to do to turn that around. Javonte Williams goes nowhere. We cannot run the football today. We've had a couple good runs, and that is it. For the most part, it has been a struggle. Going to try to hit Zay Jones, and he does hold on, but it's only good for a pickup of 3, and it's going to be 3rd and 7. From the 28, it is 3rd down and 7. Looking for Chester Truman. He makes the play, makes a man miss, and gets to the 47-yard line. A great play for Chester Truman. So 1st and 10 from the 47. Colbert back to pass again. Has Rashad Winters. Holds on through the contact, pickup of 4. 2nd down and 6. Colbert to throw again. Has Winters again. Holds on through the contact and a flag. I think that may be a face mask. And we might add an additional 15. That is indeed the case. On a side note, Quinn Miners, our right guard, exited the game with an injury that play. He missed most of last season with an injury. Hopefully it's not something serious like that again. 1st and 10 for the Broncos. Colbert rolling. Has Chester Truman. Makes the grab. Gets to the 6. It's a 1st and goal for the Broncos. From the 6, it is 1st and goal. Try to hit Chester Truman. Who else? Touchdown Denver. His 3rd touchdown grab on the day. Chester Truman is an animal, and he is clearly, throughout this game, been Dennis Colbert's favorite target, and for good reason. Chester Truman comes through in the clutch always. 6 minutes remain, and the Titans take back over down by 5. 31-26 is your score, as Wilson has a lot of time, but ends up throwing it away. Baron Browning closing in on him. 2nd and 10. Derrick Henry in the backfield, but it is a pass, as it will be a throw in the direction of Gerald Everett. Dante Wake getting burnt again. And it feels like it had to be done. Dante Wake has been benched for Damari Mathis to come back in as the permanent slot corner. as Russell Wilson will look to throw. Finds his man. That is Everett again. Devin Bush in coverage. A pickup of 9. Second down, 1 to go for the Titans. A man in motion. This looks like it is going to be a run up the gut. It is Derrick Henry on the carry. Justin Reed is there. PS2 is there, but it's still a 1st and 10 for the Titans. Hopefully Damari Mathis can be a little bit better in coverage in the slot than Dante Wake had been doing so far today, as Wilson will dump this one off. Finds Weldon, and that's Drew Sanders all over it. A loss of a yard. Wake is technically better in man coverage than Damari Mathis, but Damari Mathis quite a bit better in press coverage. So maybe that is where the issue lies. On this occasion, though, it is a drop from Cortland Sutton. He has been locked up all day by PS2. 3rd down and 1. I'm surprised they didn't try a run with Derrick Henry. He's averaging something like 10.8 yards per carry. From the 32, Wilson, it is actually a throw, and it is caught. That is Gerald Everett. 1st and 10 again for the Titans. There are 3 minutes left to play. 1st and 10 for Tennessee, as Russ will look to throw. Fires downfield. Knocked away. It's Pat Surtain once again. There's a reason he is considered the best corner in the NFL. 2nd and 10 from the 25. What can Russ cook up? Finds his man. That's Everett. Bynum in coverage. Not a first. It'll be 3rd and short. Can this Denver defense stop them once again? I imagine they'd go for it on 4th down, down by 5. Derrick Henry on the carry. Drew Sanders can't make the stop, and he's got the first. And now J.D. Robertson is injured. It is a plague of injuries for Denver today. 2 minutes and 11 seconds. The Titans looking primed to take the lead, as Drew Sanders, actually I believe that was Devin Bush, lays a hit on Russell Wilson, but he completes a 1-yard pass anyway. 2nd and 9, 31-26 is your score. And it's a fake to Henry, and then Russell Wilson rolling to his right. Nobody is there. Touchdown Titans. Russell Wilson doing it with his legs here in his revenge game, and the Titans are going to take a 1-point lead before the PAT with 1:54 remaining. It has been a back and forth day. The defense has struggled. The offense has struggled. This game has been a struggle, and the Broncos find themselves down again. The Titans are going for it. The 2-point conversion makes sense, as it would put them up by a field goal. 2-point try is good, as nobody able to cover tight ends on this football team. So here we go. Dennis Colbert back-to-back weeks gets an opportunity to have a game-winning drive. We know how the last one went. This time it's starting with a screenplay to Spears that only picks up 4. The blocking just did not set up. 2nd and 6, 1.5 minutes left. Rashad Winters underneath has the grab, gets to the sideline, goes out of bounds. Rashad Winters has quite the day today. 1st and 10 from the 38, 1:18 minutes left. Colbert to throw again, has Zay Jones underneath, breaks the tackle, gets past 2 other Titan defenders, and finds his way out of bounds at the Titan 37. What a play from Zay Jones. Let's take another look at this. Zay Jones able to make the grab, break a tackle, which in turn spins out the other defender and gets past a second. Absolutely incredible. Denver now already in field goal range, but of course we want the win. Dennis Colbert back to pass, has Winters again underneath. That's his 8th reception on the day. 2nd and 6, 50 seconds left. Colbert back to throw, looking for Winters again, makes the grab and breaks another tackle. Gets to the 18, and we'll call our first time out. A masterclass from Dennis Colbert and Rashad Winters so far on this drive. On 2nd and 10 from the 18, Colbert back to pass again, has Chester Truman, but he missed him. That would have been the game-winning touchdown almost assuredly. 3rd and 10 from the 18. If we fail here, it's going to be the field goal to go for the tie, as we have Zay Jones up the middle. He's got the first. It'll be a 1st and goal at the 4 for the Broncos. 27 seconds left. 1st and goal from the 4. Colbert back to pass, has Zay Jones, and he holds on through the hit. Touchdown Broncos. Dennis Colbert, 2 starts, 2 game-winning drives. He is the man here in Denver. Speaking of which, Zay Jones and Rashad Winters, have yourselves a drive, young men. It's 37-34 already. This PAT would mean the Titans would need a touchdown to retake the lead. A field goal no good for them. PAT up and good. 38-34. 23 seconds left for the Titans. Can Russell Wilson pull off a miracle here in Denver in his revenge game? 1st and 10. Throws, has his man nearly intercepted by Damari Mathis. On 2nd and 10, Wilson by himself in the backfield, and he will fire across the middle, knocked away by Drew Sanders. The defense playing with new life. We just cannot allow a big play down the field, so I do it rarely, but we are in zone coverage here. As Wilson, running out of time, scrambling to his right, Baron Browning's there, and he throws it away on a 3rd and 10. I guess living to fight another down, but seems like a weird situation for it. The game on the line here for the Titans. 4th and 10 from the 25. Russ launches one down the field. It's Cortland Sutton. It's tipped away by PS2. Denver takes over, and they're going to win this football game. Game over. Dennis Colbert with another game-winning drive. He's started 2 games in the NFL, and he's won both of them in the last minute. 38-34 is your final. It wasn't pretty, but a win is a win. And I gotta say, I think we have our franchise guy in Dennis Colbert. If we take a look at player stats, Dennis Colbert, a 118 rating, 309 yards, just under 60% completions, 5 touchdowns, no picks. An incredible day from Dennis Colbert. Not quite as good of a performance, I would argue, as his game against the Cowboys, although obviously the 5 touchdowns is insane, but had a much worse completion percentage. I think really struggled in the 3rd quarter, but popped off in the 4th when it mattered. So a great day for Dennis Colbert. Russell Wilson, not a bad day by any means, but not a good one either. An 87.5 rating, 20 of 32, 276 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. Rushing, Derrick Henry absolutely annihilated us. 165 yards, 8.6 a carry, and a touchdown. Broke 11 tackles. Javonte Williams, on the other hand, was pretty mediocre. 11 attempts, 47 yards, 4.2. Spears didn't run the ball a lot because I think in the second half we pivoted to basically only passing the ball for the most part. So Spears didn't get a ton of opportunities. I did think he was very slightly better than Javonte, but either way, they were both not particularly good today. Tyler Beatty, the former Bronco, was really bad in relief of Henry when he left, I think, in the 1st quarter. Receiving, Rashad Winters has nearly a career day, not quite. 9 receptions, 92 yards. I want to say his career high is like 118 in a single game, but that is probably his career high, 9 receptions. Zay Jones was absolutely incredible today. 8 receptions, 103 yards, 2 touchdowns. Gerald Everett scorched us, as tight ends always do. Chester Truman, 5 receptions, 79 yards, so not the normal, 150-yard game, but 3 touchdowns. Was a red zone machine, weirdly, at 5'11". He's not exactly a tall guy, but he gets it done. Marvin Mims quiet today after a pretty big first week, 2 for 25. Jerry Perry finally had his first catch, and Spears had a catch as well. Defensively, Cameron Bynum led in total tackles by a lot, which is concerning. It just means that Derrick Henry was getting to the 2nd level basically all of the time. He also led in solo tackles pretty significantly. In terms of TFLs, Baron Browning had 2, including a sack and a half. Khalil Mack had 1, including a half a sack. Stevenson had 1, Bush had 1, Bynum had 1, and Allen had 1. A lot of TFLs for us today. And then, of course, Baron Browning the sack and a half, and Khalil Mack a half a sack. And then Tyreek Stevenson had his 1 pick, despite getting beat pretty frequently today. Baron Browning has an upgrade here in the post game, and let's see, where does he need to improve? He's a power rusher and really needs to get that block shedding up more than anything else. So let's go into run stopper for him, which is not a scheme fit, but hopefully he gets some block shedding out of it, and he gets a +3. That is a significant upgrade, up to a 78 on block shedding. He's honestly probably still a couple years from being a truly elite pass rusher, but he's getting close. He's definitely a very good one. I don't know if my heart can take all these high scoring games, and I'll tell you what my heart can't take. Blaine Wynn with a torn labrum, going to be out for 4 weeks. That is brutal. Pretty significant downgrade at center with Feliciano, but it is what it is. Injuries happen and you have to deal with them. I went ahead and advanced the week, and we have a lot going on in week number 3 against the Ravens, which by the way is definitely the best team we've played so far and might be the best team we'll play all season. 85 overall with an 87 defense. That one should be a tough one. By the way, the Chiefs fall to 0-2, where everyone else in the AFC West is 2-0. Somebody won a weekly award, and it was Dennis Colbert. That makes a lot of sense. And look at that, Tyler Huntley, former Bronco from last season, wins NFC Offensive Player of the Week in Chicago. In my eyes, that is a double Bronco weekly award week. So next week, we have a tandem breakout on offense. Your star player has inspired a teammate. We'll see what that is. And we also have to game plan for an elite QB in 97 overall, Lamar Jackson. But anyways, that is going to do it for this episode. I really hope you guys enjoyed. These games have been super fun. Probably still a little bit too high scoring for my liking. I might tweak the sliders to just make it even a little bit more difficult on offense on both sides of the ball for the CPU and for myself, but we shall see. Either way, the games have been incredibly fun, so I'm really looking forward to the rest of the season. Denver starts 2-0, and next week we'll take on the 1-1 Ravens. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I genuinely appreciate the continued support. It's been absolutely insane. We are closing in on 1,000 subs very fast. But I will see you guys in the next episode where we'll face off against the Ravens.